The effort to reunite thousands of children separated from their parents at the U.S.-Mexico border by today's court-imposed deadline is expected to fall short. Catholic Charities is on the ground helping return children to their parents. This is one of their facilities in San Antonio. Other faith-based groups are also pitching in, providing food, clothing, and a place to stay. Joining me now is Rachel Bovard, Senior Director of Policy, at the Conservative Partnership Institute. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you.
The government has said almost 1,200 have been reunited, but they don't know the exact number of children who haven't been reunited. How is that possible?
Well, based on arguments they made before the court, they're having trouble identifying which parents have already either left voluntarily or been deported. And so that seems to be the issue, is parents that have already left, sometimes voluntarily, sometimes being deported, and who those kids belong to. So that seems to be the last wrinkle they're trying to iron out.
Members of the Hispanic Caucus say that they met with the Department of Homeland Security, Kirstjen Nielsen, yesterday, and that she told them that they are going to cut 1% across the board from its programs to pay for family separations and detentions. Combined with the point you just made, this zero tolerance policy by the Trump administration, was it well thought out?
I do think they had some serious implementation problems. You know, I think it was a resource question, and it kind of goes to the comment that Secretary Nielsen made to the Hispanic Caucus. They simply don't have the resources to keep these families together, to incarcerate this many people. Even though they are within their legal rights to do so, you've seen other administrations try and fail at this question simply because there's no resources, including space, beds, money, all the things that kind of go into this. So you do think it wasn't quite well thought through when it was implemented in the beginning.
When I was at the border of Laredo in Texas, I spoke to a lot of Border Patrol agents who told me they want a wall. And President Trump has said that he is vowing to veto any stopgap measures that do not fund a border wall. Are we headed for a political showdown on this?
I do think that's entirely possible. You saw Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Speaker Paul Ryan go meet with Trump yesterday to discuss this very issue, where we are with funding. It doesn't look like the Congress is going to get all their bills passed by the end of the fiscal year. So we're in a situation where we very well could see a shutdown, particularly over this issue. The president has said he wants a wall. Senate Democrats have said no way. So
we've been here before. We have seen this movie.
Yes.
A Gallup poll released last week lists immigration as the top problem facing America. As we enter the midterms, who does that help? Democrats or Republicans?
I think it really depends on how this plays out in September. When we get to this funding battle, I think we're going to see all types of issues spring up on this in immigration, not just the wall. We're going to talk about family separation. We're going to talk about DACA. All these issues are going to come to a forefront. I think parties are going to be jostling to get in front of it, but it is going to be an immigration midterm.
Thank you so much. We heard it here first. An immigration midterm. Rachel Bovard, Senior Director of Policy at the Conservative Partnership Institute.